Any preference for Can we start? I know it's probably old territory, but obviously you've been your old club and stuff. Do you mind just reflecting on your time there generally?
Of course, yeah.
Highlights that stand out for you, if that's right.
Yeah, obviously, I think it was 5 years I did there, 5 seasons. I loved my time there. Danny Wilson originally signed me. One of the nicest managers I've ever met, to be honest. Really genuine guy, lovely guy. But yeah, we had some. I had a couple of bad injuries in my first year. I had a ruptured quad, so I didn't play as much as I should have done or hoped to. But yeah, we had a couple of really good cup runs. Obviously, we got to the semi-final of the FA Cup, so it's a tournament I hire quite highly. And we lost to Hull. Obviously, we were a League One team playing a Prem team in the semi-final, and they went on to play Arsenal. So yeah, I went to the final as well. It was a good game. Just obviously to go and watch, so he was part of it. And then we all said that season that we'll never do better than that in a cup competition. We got to League Cup semi-final the next year. So yeah, my time at Sheffield United was mainly like we had some unbelievable cup runs and some frustrating promotion pushes. I think that's what it was. I think the expectation levels of us as a club then, we were expected to just bounce straight back up every year, like and get promoted. Obviously, it just didn't quite happen. But yeah, it was obviously unfortunate. But like I said, I had a couple of bad injuries while I was there. But I can't speak highly enough about the club and the fan base and even the people behind the scenes. It was a really good club.
Interesting, you said that when you lost that semi-final, the cup semi-final to
Hull, yeah.
You still went to the final. You know, some people presumably would have turned off the TV on that final day, wouldn't they?
Yeah, we actually won the Ronnie Radcliffe Award. So I went and went on the pitch at half time to collect that on behalf of the club. Never get turned down an opportunity to go to Wembley, no matter what it is. Whether you're as a fan, or as a spectator, or as a player, you'd never say no.
Does that remain your only trip to Wembley, or on the pitch, presumably?
I've done playoffs, final losses. I didn't play. I was at Sheffield United my first season I was there. We lost to Huddersfield, so I was on the bench then. But yeah, no, the only time that I've actually played at Wembley was that game, yeah, that I can remember.
So it sounds like for you it's quite a nice nostalgic fixture rather than point to prove or anything.
Exactly that. Yeah, I get the pressure will be more on them. Obviously, us being a National League team, I think that the expectation level is something that they will have to manage more than us. So hopefully that sort of thing will stand us in good stead. I think it's difficult because it is a cup game. Anything can happen. I've been on the other side of it where I've been at Sheffield United playing Premier League clubs, and we were never expected to beat them. And I think we beat 4 to get to the semi-final. So it's one of those things that you quite enjoy being the underdog when you are.
Well, the manager said that actually, because obviously every league game you play in the National League, you're not the underdog, are you? And I think he's really done it from not being it wrong. It looks like he's trying to capitalise on that in this game.
Why not? Why not? As a squad, it's something that we're learning to deal with on a week-to-week basis, being the favourites for every game. So to not be the favourites for a game, it's a total different pressure. It's a total different expectation on the players. So that's something that I think as a squad everyone's learning to cope with and to challenge themselves to be better each game.
I'm guessing, forgive me for not researching this, but presumably not many people you know would have played with are still at Sheffield United?
I think Chris Basham and Billy Sharp are still there.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, so 2 very good servants for their club. I'd played with Johnny Egan in his first loan spell at Sheffield United.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a couple of them there, but a lot of the backroom staff are still involved.
Yeah. And Billy Sharp, I mean, I guess this is the sort of game where they might give him a chance. He seems a bit of a Peter Pan figure, doesn't he?
Yeah, exactly. Billy's had a great career. The way he plays and the way he still throws himself into challenges, undoubtedly he's one of the best at being a 6-yard box, second 6-yard box strikers. The way that his timing is and the way that he lands in the right places at the right time to finish is obviously a massive attribute of his, and I know all about that from training and that with him and playing with him. But yeah, hopefully something that I can foil him with.
You won't have to watch too many videos.
I still will.
Oh, you will.
Right, yeah, thank you very much. It might be a difficult question to answer this, but obviously we at Sheffield United are three levels higher than Wrexham. If you could describe what it's like to play against teams from a higher level in terms of the quality they have and the differences that you're going to face on some days as opposed to week in, week out in the National League. What are some people say?
Obviously, like you said, we're not favourites. We're going to have to absorb a lot of their pressure, a lot of them probably having the ball a lot more than us. That's something that we will cope with, hopefully. I think we're expecting them to try and play a lot more football than we will, and we'll just have to pick and choose the right moments when to play football against them and when to go long against them.
Are you expecting a busy afternoon in goal? You might have to play a key role as you might be the match winner.
I hope not. I love to be as quiet as possible in goal. It's always been my way. That I don't like it when people are actually talking about us. I think that's the key sign of a goalkeeper is when you've got a really good team, no one ever mentions the goalkeeper. So fortunate enough this season I've had quite a few opportunities to be very quiet in goal.
Yeah. I was just on a slightly different note, just ask you about with Ryan and Rob coming in. Has it been quite a surreal time to be a footballer with a documentary and everything else, all the attention around Wrexham? You could just talk about that.
Yeah, obviously the owners being what they are, there is loads of media attention around the club, and obviously the expectation levels with that have increased on everything the club's doing, and I think the club is really pushing itself to be as good as it can be in all departments, which is amazing to see and to be part of. I think that's one of the biggest pulls to signing players from the leagues above is the project that's going on here. It's something very exciting, and when you are part of it and you see what's going on behind the scenes and the levels of professionalism that the club is trying to achieve, it's something to be applauded, and you want to be part of it.
Yeah. And just leaving on from that word on the way that obviously the impact that Ryan and Rob have had on the club, has been massive sort of financially. But obviously it's a lot's been talked about their impact off the field as well, sort of in the community of Wrexham. Obviously, I work for a local paper covering Wrexham, and some of the stories that we've done, have been really heartwarming. Some of the charitable causes that they've supported. Is that something that you could just touch on as well? As the owners,
they're very personable, down to every player that they will text or speak to. Which is amazing on our part, but for the community it must be incredible to see what they are doing to the local area, to the community. The way that they've really integrated themselves into Wrexham as a city now is amazing. We're all seeing what they do, the donations that they make randomly to charities in the local area. It is incredible. I think that's why it's Wrexham's becoming almost the world's football club. We are around the world becoming more documented for how good the owners have been for the documentary, and obviously for how we're doing on the pitch now also is a big part of that.
Well, thanks very much, Mark. Cheers.
No problem.
Mark, I guess I'll just ask one which is sort of similar, which is that you've been at many clubs and sort of done many things over your career, but since coming here over the summer with the kind of things we've just been talking about, has it been, I guess you might have thought you'd seen it all in football, but has it been very much unlike any other experience that you've had? So
I've been at clubs where the pressure is so intense, like Sheffield United, for us to get promoted, and that is something that I grew to get used to while I was there. It was something that I hadn't really experienced before that, and the expectation levels of the fan base and what everyone expects out of a football club. That's quite similar here. The expectation level of how we're doing on the pitch and the reflection of the whole club is massive. But I've gone from dogfights to top of the league. It's something that you adapt to really quickly. Obviously, we all love being at the top of the league, and we all love fighting for promotions, and it's not nice being on the other end of that. Fortunately, I've never had a relegation. And for an 18, 19 year career, that's something I will treasure, and I'm really desperate to fight off stuff like that. But as a club and that, just what they are trying to achieve. Again, I said, you want to be part of this project. I think all footballers, even before that they know what's going on or know people at the football club, got a slight interest in the club. I speak to obviously a lot of ex-players, players, and they're always asking, what's it like? What's it actually like? And that just tells you that everyone's slightly interested. There is that feeling that everybody up and down the country does want to know a bit of information.
Cheers.
No problem.
All good. Anyone else?
Yeah. No problem. Thank you.